assume some folks might have some comment. Any good, anybody? Otherwise, I'll make some comments. So this is, you know, when I got on the board, this was something that there have been a handful of things that have been, you know, thought up and brought about, you know, as it pertains to, you know, school safety. I've said it, you know, dozens of times before that my wife is a school teacher. Her, the rule that her, you know, that she tells her students, or what she tells her students is that, you know, her number one job is to keep them safe, because a safe learner is a good learner. And I know that what we're doing is we're kind of just approving words here, you know, but I think it is really important for folks to heed some of these things. You know, I'm not going to read, you know, the resolution, you know, but, you know, between 2020 and 2025, 1,156 firearms were reported stolen in Columbia. 593 which were stolen from vehicles. I mean, that's a tremendous amount of issue. You know, those things, you know, 4.6 million American children live in households with at least one loaded, unlocked firearm. I mean, that's, no one's saying, we're not saying that, you know, no one can't, I'm a gun owner, mine are locked up securely. The ammunition's in another place, locked up securely. That's just something simple that I can do. And if this is something that we as a district can get out there, and if there's one family who sees this, who hears this, who reads this and goes, you know what, I think I do want to, you know, make a change to how I secure or how I store my firearm, and that prevents something tragic, I think it's absolutely worthwhile to do. So I'm happy that we finally, you know, seemingly put this thing together, and I'm thankful to everyone who offered different insights and things, you know, to it. And I continue, you know, we're going to continue. This isn't the end, I don't think. We're going to continue to work on this. We've got, you know, working on the PSA and things like that. Suzette, we can talk some more about that, but I mean, this is a group project that we have to continue to work on, you know, as a community. So I'm excited that we're at this point now.
Yeah, I'm very happy that we're considering this. This has been an important thing that has taken years to accomplish. This is not the end of it. So what this is just a statement that this is something that is important to the board. Really, the action comes at the very end, that we're asking the superintendent to put something into the student handbook for parents to acknowledge that they have received the information. There is no legally binding contract that parents have to sign that they agree they will do X, Y, and Z. As a district, we are also working with the chief of police, the mayor, the president of the university, to come up with a PSA video on safe storage that will include information about where to access free gun locks. That will come from CPD. Safety is not just a CPS issue. It is not just a university issue. It's not just a police department issue. It's a community-wide issue, and this is something that we can do as a board to signal that we support at least minimal efforts to keep guns out of the hands of children, chiefly so they don't harm themselves or someone they know at school. Suicide is the second leading cause of death in children, and suicide by firearm or an attempted suicide with a firearm is far more effective than any other method. And that is a statistic that is borne itself out through heartbreaking occasions one after another in our country. And if we can prevent that from happening in Columbia one more time, then this will be worth it. I would also like to encourage us as a district to include information about safe storage training in Peach Jar if those things are asked for. Send out information to the people we know on PTAs. PTAs can host their own safe storage training. This is not a judgment about gun ownership. This is a request to store your legal firearm in a safe manner to protect children.
Okay, I totally agree with you with everything, but one of the things I have always been informed about is about training, firearm training. And one of the things that we were taught when I went through my training years ago, it talked about all the safety features. They talked about, you know, ammo in one area, gun safe, locks up. So, you know, if at all possible, what I would like to see, again, I mean, everything is right, it's right, is that some kind of a reminder about getting trained. Training, because our legislators took all of that away and let people, younger folks buy them, younger parents were able to buy them. And they also just flooded the streets with guns. But training, if we try to encourage people to get training, they will know how to use those firearms and they would understand a lot more than we do right now. But again, kudos to the plan to encourage